Today, March 1st, our readings, Numbers 28 and 29, Mark chapter 8. I'm going to just talk about Numbers 28 and 29. We won't spend a lot of time reading it, but this is one of those days where you go, okay, the Lord is not speaking. But we all know that's not true, right? Because you might read this, and you might have read it today, and you go, oh, the Lord was so close to me today. Or you were in Mark chapter 8. So never discount, right? Don't start in and go, oh, the Lord is not going to speak to me. You're probably right then, but let's always be expectant, be waiting, looking for the Lord to speak to us through His Word. Numbers chapter 28 and into chapter 29 is kind of a recapping of the different kind of offerings and sacrifices that were required under the law, from daily to Sabbath to monthly to the Passover, the Feast of Weeks, Feast of Trumpets, the Day of Atonement, the Feast of Booths. There's a lot required. It's kind of tiring just reading about it. You'd have to be pretty wealthy and pretty on top of it to keep up with all of these. Again, I think many did not. Maybe they show up for the Day of Atonement, maybe for Passover, and some kept it religiously. And that's where it becomes tradition. All of these are to do what? Posture for worship, for heart to come before a holy God. And the reminders that were regularly in and through these offerings helped the people follow God. No, why don't we have all these kinds of offerings now? One word, Jesus, right? In the new covenant, He's the Lamb that was slain. He's the one that's covered by His blood being shed. And so we don't have the Day of Atonement. We have remembrance of, in communion, the cross and what Jesus has done. And the resurrection that validates and verifies who He is and what He has done. We don't have a Passover remembrance, but we don't have a Sabbath offering. We have gatherings, a campus of some sort, a building, homes. We give our money in our offerings, our tithes, in our time, and our talent, our treasure, and all these things. But it's born out of heart relationship. And really that's what it was supposed to be in this time as well. That's why David was called not a man after God's own law, but a man after God's own heart. And so way back here, as all these offerings are outlined, again, it wasn't so much so that they would get a list, check it twice, but that they would see God's desire to interact with them regularly. And I think that's what's hitting me as I go through this and through the Pentateuch is, there's a lot of things they were supposed to do, but all of them were helping in the posture of worship. In other words, in the attitude and the hearts of men and women, reminding them that He's holy, reminding them that He's close, closer than you think, that He's available, that forgiveness is available. Now, it was a lot of work. And some would say, that's the problem. It's too easy now. We just have to say the words. Yeah, but just saying the words, if there's nothing to back it up, is empty. It's meaningless. So my prayer, and for my life, for your life, is that as we present ourselves, Paul says in Romans 12, as living sacrifices, like this ongoing laying down of our lives before the Lord, our whole being, all that we are, all that we have, that we draw close to him, that we'll abide in the vine and walk with Jesus. And we'll gladly give up. We'll gladly be generous. We'll gladly seek out others for the sake of the Lamb that was slain. Because he's done it all. Till next time, keep growing, little by little.